Good morning, beloved child of God. As the dawn stretches its golden light across the sky, your spirit awakens to a fresh opportunity to walk in the favor of the Lord. You are not here by chance, for this day has been written into the story of heaven long before you took your first breath. The God who created you has blessings prepared for you that exceed your imagination and surpass the boundaries you thought could never move. This morning we step together into a prayer of faith, asking the Lord to show us His divine favor. The presence of God is already here, waiting to strengthen you, guide you, and enlarge your territory. Beloved, the scriptures remind us in 1 Chronicles 4:10 of the powerful words spoken by Jabez, who cried out to the Lord saying, "Oh, that you would bless me indeed, and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain." And the word declares that the Lord granted his request. Jabez was not a man of prominence or great power, but he was a man who knew the source of true blessing. His prayer has become a timeless declaration of faith for those who long for God's increase and favor. Today, his story is your reminder that God delights in expanding the borders of your life. The prayer of Jabez is not just words recorded in ancient history, but a living testimony of how God responds to a heart that dares to ask. Jabez began his life with a name marked by sorrow, yet he refused to let that be his destiny. He lifted his cry to the only one who could rewrite his story, and the God of heaven, rich in mercy, turned his pain into purpose and his limitation into enlargement. What God did for Jabez, He can and will do for you. Beloved, the cry for favor is not selfish when it is rooted in a desire to glorify God. When you ask Him to enlarge your territory, you are inviting Him to expand your influence, your capacity to bless others, and your testimony of His goodness. God's favor is not about accumulation of things, but about multiplication of purpose. It opens doors that no man can shut, and shuts doors that were never meant for you. His favor establishes you in places where your strength alone could not carry you. Favor is the fragrance of God's hand resting on your life. It causes people to see the light of Christ in you and grants opportunities that align with heaven's plan. Favor lifts you from obscurity into significance, not for your glory but for the glory of the King. When God shows you favor, no opposition can prevail against you. His favor surrounds you like a shield, securing your steps and guarding your destiny. Beloved, you may have felt overlooked, rejected, or confined by limits placed upon you, but the Lord is declaring this morning that He is about to enlarge your territory. The borders of fear and doubt are being broken. The boundaries of lack and delay are being removed. His hand is stretching forth to create room for blessing, increase, and breakthrough. The season of being held back is ending, and the time of favor has come. Like Jabez, you can rise and boldly ask God for enlargement, knowing that His heart delights in blessing His children. You are not an interruption to His plan, but the very object of His love. Every petition you bring before Him is heard, and every prayer of faith stirs His hand into action. When you dare to ask for more, you align with His abundance and reject the lie of scarcity. He is a God of overflow, and He longs to fill your cup until it runs over. Beloved, imagine the territory of your life being stretched beyond your current reach. Imagine influence increasing, opportunities multiplying, and your ability to bless others expanding without limit. The Lord's hand is not short, that it cannot bless, and His arm is not weak, that it cannot lift you. Just as He granted the request of Jabez, He will grant the cry of your heart today. Do not doubt His willingness, for He is a Father who loves to give good gifts. Lift your expectation, for favor is flowing toward you. You may feel unworthy of this favor, yet the Spirit of God is whispering, "Ask, and it shall be given." Do not let fear silence your faith. If this prayer has touched your heart, declare in the comments, Lord, show me favor and enlarge my territory. Tell us what area of your life you need his favor, your family, your work, your health, or your spirit. Let us stand in prayer with you, lifting your needs before the throne of grace. And as you do, return each morning to this place of prayer, making it your holy routine of favor and faith. Beloved, favor transforms impossibilities into testimonies. What seemed closed yesterday will open today by the hand of God. He will place people in your path who carry the keys to doors you could not open alone. His Spirit will align circumstances to work in your favor. The cry of Jabez will echo in your life as a living reality. Favor is not dependent on your qualifications, but on God's grace. He chooses to bless whom he chooses, and he has chosen you. His hand is moving to release opportunities you could never earn. His love is turning rejection into acceptance and sorrow into joy. Stand still and watch the salvation of the Lord unfold in your life. Beloved, the prayer of Jabez is not just about more land or material expansion. It is about God enlarging your influence for his glory. When he increases your capacity, he increases your testimony of his goodness. Favor makes you a vessel of blessing for others. It turns your life into a living altar of worship. Ask boldly, for he longs to make your life a channel of his grace. God's favor is unstoppable once it is released. No enemy can steal it, no circumstance can cancel it, and no person can block it. Favor establishes you in the will of God and accelerates your journey toward his promises. Like streams of water, his blessings will overtake you. Trust in his favor, for it will never fail. Beloved, today is not a day of smallness, but a day of enlargement. You were not created to remain confined by fear or limited by lack. The Lord is lifting the borders of your life and granting you greater reach. He is increasing your influence to carry his light into dark places. Expect his favor, for it is coming suddenly and abundantly. The hand of the Lord is upon you, steady and sure. His Spirit is guiding your steps into new places of blessing. Every boundary that once seemed permanent is being shifted by his power. You are rising into a season of increase and overflow. Believe it, for the word of God confirms it. Beloved, walk in the confidence of one who has prayed like Jabez and received the answer. Do not shrink back into doubt, but step forward with bold faith. Let your words align with his promises and your actions with his guidance. Favor is flowing like a river, enlarging your territory day by day. This is your time to rise. As this first prayer closes, carry the spirit of Jabez in your heart. Keep declaring, Lord, bless me and enlarge my territory. Trust that he hears you, for his ear is open to your cry. Fear not, for his hand is upon you to protect and to prosper. The Lord is faithful to answer those who call upon his name. This is the beginning of your journey into divine favor. The morning whispers with the voice of God, calling you to step into a deeper confidence in his favor. Every sunrise is a reminder that his mercy has already opened the heavens over your life. You are not walking in yesterday's limitations, but in today's blessings. The Lord has prepared a table before you, even in the presence of your enemies. His favor surrounds you like a shield that cannot be broken. Beloved, favor is more than opportunity. It is the evidence of God's hand upon your life. It is the unseen influence that causes doors to open where others have been shut. It is the strength that carries you into assignments you never thought you could handle. Favor promotes you when you feel unqualified and lifts you when you feel unseen. His hand makes you visible at the right time and hidden at the right time. The Lord's favor breaks cycles of delay that have held you back. What once took years to accomplish, favor completes in moments. It accelerates your steps and redeems your time. The Spirit of God is not bound by earthly schedules or restrictions. When his favor falls, divine acceleration follows. Beloved, peace is an expression of God's favor in your life. It is the calm assurance that everything is working together for your good. It silences the noise of fear and strengthens your heart with hope. Favor does not remove challenges, but gives you peace in the middle of them. His presence assures you that victory is certain. Strength flows through your spirit. When favor rests on you, you are not carrying the weight of this life alone. God is equipping you with courage to face what once terrified you. His spirit within you is stronger than anything against you. Favor transforms weakness into divine strength. Beloved, gratitude is the language of those who live in favor. Thanksgiving magnifies God's presence and silences the voice of despair. A thankful heart attracts more of His blessings. Gratitude reminds you that every good gift has come from above. Begin your day in thanksgiving, and you will walk in favor. The joy of the Lord is a fruit of His favor upon your life. Joy is not fragile, but unshakable, built on the foundation of His eternal promises. It shines in darkness and overcomes sorrow with strength. Joy strengthens your spirit to endure and to conquer. Choose joy, for it reveals that you walk in favor. Beloved, prayer is the pathway to greater favor. It is in prayer that you align your heart with the will of heaven. Every whispered request is heard and treasured by the Father. Prayer shifts atmospheres, opens doors, and brings favor to your life. Stay steadfast in prayer, and blessings will overflow. The promises of God are declarations of favor that cannot be reversed. Each verse is alive with His authority and love. His word is not merely comfort, but covenant. It is the legal foundation upon which His blessings rest. Stand firmly on His promises, and His favor will never fail you. Beloved, the provision of God is a visible sign of His favor. He does not simply meet your needs, but exceeds them with generosity. Provision flows like rivers from His hand to your life. It is timely, abundant, and perfect in measure. Trust His provision, for it reveals His heart of favor. The love of God is the greatest favor you could ever receive. It is unconditional, unending, and unshakable. His love heals wounds that time cannot touch. It restores hope and secures your identity in Him. Rest in His love, for it is the favor that never fades. Beloved, fear cannot survive where favor lives. Fear speaks of lack, but favor declares abundance. Fear predicts failure, but favor guarantees victory. Fear shrinks your vision, but favor enlarges your territory. Walk boldly, for you are marked by favor. The faithfulness of God is the soil in which favor grows. His track record proves that He has never failed His people. Each testimony of His faithfulness becomes evidence of future blessings. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Trust Him, for His faithfulness guarantees His favor. Beloved, your steps are ordered by the favor of the Lord. Every encounter, every open door, every connection is guided by His hand. Nothing is random in the kingdom of God. Every detail of your life is aligned with His purpose. Trust His direction, for it leads you into enlargement. Strength increases when you recognize that favor is not earned but received. It is not a reward for perfection, but a gift of love. You cannot manipulate it, but you can position yourself in faith to receive it. His favor flows where His presence dwells. Remain in Him, and you will see increase. Beloved, the presence of God is the atmosphere of favor. Where He is, blessings abound. His Spirit transforms lack into abundance and despair into hope. His nearness is the evidence that you are never forsaken. Rest in His presence, for it is the birthplace of favor. As this part closes, remember that the God who blessed Jabez is blessing you even now. He delights to enlarge your borders and expand your reach. The prayer for favor has not gone unheard. for his ear is attentive to your cry. Do not fear small beginnings, for increase is already on the way. Trust him, for favor is your inheritance. The morning opens as a canvas of grace, reminding you that God's favor paints beauty over every broken place. Each sunrise carries the whisper of enlargement, declaring that yesterday's limits will not hold you today. The Lord is preparing to extend your reach beyond what you have imagined. Fear may tell you that you are not worthy, but his love has already qualified you. This is the hour to step boldly into his favor. Beloved, favor is not luck or chance, but the hand of God resting upon your life. It is his divine endorsement that sets you apart, for blessings others cannot explain. Favor brings increase without striving, doors without force, and opportunities without manipulation. It is the invisible hand that moves you into places your name could not reach alone. His favor is a gift that no enemy can cancel. The Lord's favor does not simply visit, it dwells. When his spirit rests upon you, blessings flow like rivers in a desert. Where others see obstacles, you will see pathways. Where others feel decline, you will experience growth. This is the nature of favor. It creates what could not exist before. Beloved, peace is a fruit of favor that steadies your steps in troubled times. The world may shake, but peace keeps you unshaken. His favor does not remove every storm, but it equips you to walk on the waves. Peace assures you that God is with you, even when circumstances seem against you. Let his peace prove his favor over your life. Strength is multiplied when favor is upon you. What once drained you will now be accomplished with ease. Favor adds divine energy to natural effort, multiplying results beyond human ability. It turns weakness into resilience and hesitation into boldness. With favor you will stand where others fall. Beloved, gratitude is the doorway into more favor. Thanksgiving recognizes that blessings come from God alone. A thankful spirit attracts heaven's increase and keeps your heart aligned with his will. Gratitude magnifies joy and silences the voice of complaint. Begin your day in gratitude, and more favor will follow. The joy of the Lord is strengthened through favor. Joy is evidence that his hand is guiding you into better places. It is not fragile but radiant, shining even in difficulty. Joy anchors your heart in hope and fuels your spirit to endure. Favor makes joy your daily companion. Beloved, prayer is the vessel that carries your cry for favor into the throne room of heaven. Jabez prayed. Heaven answered with enlargement. You too can pray boldly, asking for blessing, protection, and increase. God delights in the prayers of his children and responds with favor. Stay in prayer, for it is the key to enlargement. The promises of God are declarations of favor written for you. Each verse is a covenant document sealed by his love. They remind you that increase, peace, and provision are not wishes, but rights in Christ. His promises declare that you are chosen, blessed, and favored. Stand on his word, for it is the foundation of your enlargement. Beloved, provision is favor made visible. God's supply does not trickle, but overflows. He prepares blessings in advance, so when you arrive, the table is already set. His generosity is boundless, meeting not just your needs, but your desires. Provision is proof that favor is active in your life. The love of God is the greatest favor you can carry. His love is unconditional, unshakable, and eternal. It redeems what is broken and restores what is lost. Love secures you in identity and assures you of enlargement. Nothing can separate you from his favor-filled love. Beloved, fear has no place in the presence of favor. Fear limits, but favor expands. Fear enslaves, but favor liberates. Fear diminishes, but favor multiplies. Let favor be the voice that leads your life today. The faithfulness of God guarantees that favor will never fail. He has carried his people from Abraham to David, from Jabez to today. His record is unbroken, his promises unchanging, his mercy unending. Faithfulness is the soil where favor grows and flourishes. Trust him, for he is faithful to enlarge your life. Beloved, your steps are ordered by favor into divine assignments. Every encounter is purposeful, every connection intentional, every opportunity significant. You are not wandering aimlessly, for God's favor is directing you. The path may twist, but enlargement is the destination. Walk boldly, for favor is guiding you. Strength comes from knowing that favor is not earned by works, but received by grace. You cannot manufacture it, only accept it. It is not a wage, but a gift. God freely pours favor on those who trust him. Receive it, and strength will be renewed. Beloved, the presence of God is the atmosphere of favor. Where his Spirit dwells, blessing multiplies. His nearness is your guarantee of increase and protection. He is Emmanuel, God with you, enlarging your borders. Rest in his presence, for it is the birthplace of favor. As this part closes, remember that favor is already at work in your life. Enlargement is not a dream, but a divine decree. You are moving from limitation into overflow. The same God who answered Jabez has heard your prayer. Trust him, for favor is your inheritance and enlargement is your portion. The morning dawns with gentle whispers of promise, reminding you that God's favor has not run dry. His mercies are fresh, his compassions are constant, and his blessings are prepared for you. Favor is not a seasonal occurrence, but a continual stream from his throne. It does not falter when circumstances shift or when storms arise. The Lord's favor is everlasting and secure. Beloved, enlargement is the natural result of walking in God's favor. What seemed impossible yesterday becomes possible today. Where there were closed doors, now there will be open gates. The hand of God expands your influence beyond natural ability. His Spirit enlarges your territory to carry his glory. The Lord's favor is a covering of protection that shields you from harm. Though enemies may rise against you, they will stumble and fall. His favor surrounds you like a wall of fire, keeping destruction away. You are hidden under the shadow of the Almighty. His favor ensures your safety as you walk forward. Beloved, peace is one of the sweetest fruits of favor. When his favor rests on you, peace reigns within you. Fear loses its power, and anxiety loses its grip. Peace becomes your anchor when the world feels unstable. His favor secures your heart with calm assurance. Strength is multiplied when favor is upon your life. You rise above weariness and walk with renewed vigor. Favor gives you courage to take bold steps and strength to endure trials. It equips you for tasks beyond your own capacity. The Spirit of God empowers you through favor. Beloved, gratitude is the right response to favor. Thanksgiving acknowledges that every blessing flows from his hand. Gratitude humbles your heart and aligns it with his will. It draws more of his presence and opens doors for further enlargement. Thank him daily, for his favor never ceases. The joy of the Lord is a crown upon those who carry his favor. Joy shines as evidence that God is working in your life. It strengthens your spirit and lifts your countenance. Joy testifies that you are not forgotten, but remembered by heaven. Favor and joy walk hand in hand. Beloved, prayer is the foundation that sustains favor. It was prayer that brought Jabez into enlargement. It is prayer that keeps your heart aligned with the will of God. Prayer is not wasted words, but the language of heaven. Continue in prayer, and favor will flow unceasingly. The promises of God declare favor over every part of your life. His word is alive, sharp, and unbreakable. Each promise is a seed of enlargement waiting to bloom. His covenant guarantees that favor will follow you. Stand on his word, for it is your inheritance. Beloved, provision is a visible expression of God's favor. He supplies your needs and blesses you with overflow. His provision comes in the right time and the right way. You are never forsaken, for your shepherd is faithful. Trust his supply, for it proves his favor is real. The love of God is the foundation of every blessing and every favor. His love secures you when life feels uncertain. It heals wounds and restores brokenness with grace. Love is the favor that cannot be removed or reversed. Rest in his eternal love, for it never fails. Beloved, fear cannot reign where favor is present. Fear speaks limits, but favor speaks increase. Fear says you can't, but favor declares with God you can. Fear shrinks your vision, but favor enlarges your borders. Choose favor, and fear will flee. The faithfulness of God assures you that favor is not temporary. He has blessed his children from generation to generation. His hand has never failed those who trust him. Faithfulness is the guarantee of enlargement in your life. Trust his record, for it speaks louder than fear. Beloved, your steps are directed by divine favor. Every appointment is purposeful, every opportunity intentional. God is aligning people and places to fulfill his promise in you. Enlargement is not random, but orchestrated by heaven. Walk confidently, for his favor guides your path. Strength rises when you embrace that favor is a gift, not an achievement. It is not earned by effort, but received by grace. This truth lifts burdens of striving and brings rest. Favor flows freely to those who trust him. Accept it with humility, and you will be strengthened. Beloved, the presence of God is the greatest evidence of favor. Where his spirit is, blessings abound. His nearness transforms deserts into gardens and valleys into places of victory. His presence enlarges your capacity to carry his glory. Rest in his nearness, for it is your blessing. As this part draws to a close, remember that favor is not distant, but already near. Enlargement has been spoken over your life. The God of Jabez is still answering prayers today. Lift your faith, for increase is your portion. Favor is yours, and it will not be withheld. The morning sun shines as a declaration that God's favor is upon you today. His hand has already prepared blessings that your eyes have not yet seen. Every step you take is covered by his grace and guided by his spirit. The Lord is enlarging your territory with purpose and with precision. You are not forgotten, for heaven is working on your behalf. Beloved, favor creates divine opportunities that no man can stop. It places you in the right place at the right time, with the right people. It orchestrates moments that cannot be explained by human wisdom. Favor turns impossibilities into open doors. The Lord delights to show himself strong in your life. Favor is the signature of God, written upon your journey. It is his stamp of approval that sets you apart. When his favor rests upon you, resistance cannot prevail. Even those who oppose you will witness his hand at work. His favor carries authority that cannot be overturned. Beloved, peace flows into your heart as evidence of his favor. It steadies you when storms rage and calms you when fear rises. Peace reminds you that God is in control of every detail. His favor does not remove challenges, but empowers you to face them with courage. Peace is your portion, and it will not be stolen. Strength rises in you because God has marked you with favor. His spirit empowers your steps and strengthens your resolve. Weakness cannot defeat you when his hand is upon you. His favor makes you resilient, unshaken, and unstoppable. Lean into his strength, for it is limitless. Beloved, gratitude unlocks greater measures of favor. Thanksgiving magnifies the blessings already present in your life. A thankful spirit attracts more of God's goodness. Gratitude humbles you while lifting your spirit into joy. Begin every day in thanksgiving, and favor will overflow. The joy of the Lord is a companion of favor. Joy lights your path even when shadows try to linger. It reveals the nearness of God and testifies of His goodness. Joy strengthens your spirit to endure and to conquer. With favor, joy is multiplied in abundance. Beloved, prayer is the channel through which favor flows. It is prayer that aligns your heart with the will of heaven. Jabez prayed, and God answered with enlargement. You too can pray boldly for blessing, protection, and increase. The Lord delights in your prayers and responds with favor. The promises of God are the guarantees of His favor. His word declares abundance, peace, and enlargement for His children. Each verse is alive with power to transform your life. His promises cannot be broken, for they are sealed by His covenant. Stand firm, for His word assures you of favor. Beloved, provision is one of the clearest signs of God's favor. He supplies needs you cannot meet on your own. His provision comes in ways that remind you of His love. The Lord is not stingy, but abundant in generosity. Trust Him, for He is your faithful provider. The love of God is the greatest blessing of favor. His love covers you, secures you, and lifts you higher. It is patient, kind, and eternal. His love never diminishes and never withdraws. Rest in this love, for it is the root of all favor. Beloved, fear dissolves in the presence of favor. Fear declares limitation, but favor declares enlargement. Fear speaks defeat, but favor proclaims victory. Fear chains, but favor frees. Choose to walk in the confidence of His favor, and fear will flee. The faithfulness of God is the guarantee that His favor will endure. He has been faithful to generations past, and will be faithful to you. His track record is flawless, His promises sure, His covenant unshakable. Favor flows out of His faithfulness. Trust Him, for He will never fail. Beloved, your steps are directed by divine favor. Every encounter and opportunity is crafted with purpose. Nothing is wasted in the hand of God. Every detail aligns with His plan to enlarge your territory. Walk boldly, for favor is guiding your journey. Strength is renewed as you accept that favor is not earned, but received. It is a gift of grace, not a wage of works. You cannot manipulate it, but you can embrace it. God pours favor upon those who trust Him wholeheartedly. Receive His gift, and strength will increase. Beloved, the presence of God is the atmosphere of favor. Where He dwells, blessings abound. His Spirit transforms emptiness into abundance and despair into hope. His presence enlarges your life to carry more of His glory. Rest in His presence, for it is the fountain of favor. As this part closes, lift your heart with faith that favor is already moving in your life. Enlargement is not far away but near. The same God who answered Jabez is answering you today. Expect open doors, divine opportunities, and unexpected blessings. Trust Him, for His favor surrounds you like a shield. The morning sky is painted with mercy, declaring that the favor of God has not left you. His love is written across creation, reminding you that your life is covered in His goodness. Every hour of this day is shaped by His hand, designed with blessing and purpose. Favor is not a distant dream, but a present reality. You are walking under open heavens prepared for you, beloved. Favor is the key that unlocks doors you never imagined would open. It places you before kings and leaders, not by human merit, but by divine appointment. Favor changes the course of your life in a single moment. It shifts you from obscurity into recognition, from limitation into enlargement. Trust that His favor is leading you into rooms you did not expect to enter. The Lord's favor is the oil that keeps your lamp burning in dark seasons. It sustains you when others grow weary. It renews your spirit and refreshes your soul. Favor is the gentle hand that lifts you when you feel faint. It is the assurance that God has chosen you for more. Beloved, peace rests heavily upon those who walk in favor. This peace is not fragile but strong, able to silence storms and quiet restless thoughts. It anchors your soul when the winds of fear howl. Favor does not mean absence of trial, but presence of peace within trial. The Lord's peace proves His hand is with you. Strength flows like a river when God places His favor upon your life. It equips you to endure challenges that would otherwise defeat you. His Spirit supplies courage to walk boldly into unknown places. Strength is not in your own power, but in His divine enablement. With His favor, you are clothed in resilience. Beloved, gratitude is the seed that multiplies favor in your life. Thanksgiving acknowledges the hand of God at work around you. A grateful heart recognizes blessings even in small beginnings. Gratitude silences complaints and opens the way for enlargement. Live in thankfulness, and favor will surround you. The joy of the Lord flourishes where His favor rests. Joy breaks through sorrow and plants hope in the soil of your heart. It shines as evidence that heaven is at work in your story. Joy is not based on situations, but on the presence of God. When favor falls, joy is multiplied without measure. Beloved, prayer is the pathway that carries you deeper into God's favor. Every request is heard by a loving Father who delights in blessing you. Prayer positions you in alignment with His will. It removes fear and replaces it with faith. Pray continually, for prayer is the language of favor. The promises of God are eternal declarations of His favor. His word is alive, unchanging, and full of authority. Each promise is a covenant signed in His faithfulness. His scriptures assure you that you are blessed, chosen, and protected. Stand firmly on His word, for it guarantees favor. Beloved, provision is the fruit of favor manifesting in your life. God supplies every need and blesses you with abundance. His provision is never late and never lacking. He prepares blessings in advance, meeting needs before you speak them. His generosity is proof of His favor. The love of God is the greatest favor you will ever know. His love redeems, restores, and renews your life. It wraps you in security and anchors you in identity. His love cannot be earned or lost, but is freely given. Rest in His love, for it is the foundation of every blessing. Beloved, fear dissolves when you walk in the confidence of favor. Fear predicts loss, but favor declares gain. Fear chains you in doubt, but favor releases you into faith. Fear says, stay small, but favor says, be enlarged. Choose favor, and fear will lose its voice. The faithfulness of God ensures that His favor will not depart. His history with His people proves His consistency. He has never failed, and He will not fail you now. His covenant is everlasting, His mercy unending. His faithfulness guarantees your enlargement. Beloved, your steps are orchestrated by favor into divine appointments. Every meeting and every moment has purpose. God is aligning details beyond your sight. What seems delayed is perfectly timed in His plan. Walk boldly, for favor is guiding your journey. Strength is renewed when you accept that favor is unearned grace. You cannot manufacture it, but you can live in it. Favor flows freely from God's love. It equips you to rise above your own capacity. Trust Him, and strength will overflow. Beloved, the presence of God is the atmosphere of favor where He dwells. Blessings multiply. His Spirit turns deserts into rivers and sorrow into joy. His nearness is the guarantee that you are never forsaken. Rest in His presence, for it is the wellspring of favor. As this part closes, lift your eyes to see favor at work around you. Believe that enlargement is already happening. The same God who heard Jabez hears you today. His hand is stretching out to bless, and increase you. Walk boldly, for favor is your inheritance. Beloved, favor is the currency of heaven that no man can counterfeit. It is not bought by wealth or earned by skill. Favor is given freely to those who trust in the Lord. It positions you for blessings that exceed human understanding. With favor you will accomplish what once seemed impossible. The Lord's favor is not seasonal, but continuous, flowing like an endless river. It does not diminish in drought or disappear in storm. His favor sustains you in the valleys and promotes you on the mountains. It is constant, unchanging, and reliable. Trust him, for his favor will never fail. Beloved, peace is one of the clearest signs that you are walking in God's favor. When peace guards your mind, fear loses its grip. Peace proves that the Lord is near, working all things for your good. It anchors your heart when chaos rises around you. Peace flows because favor is active in your life. Strength is multiplied when the hand of God rests upon you in favor. His Spirit breathes courage into weary places and endurance into fainting hearts. Favor equips you with resilience far beyond your natural strength. You are carried by grace that cannot be explained by effort. His strength is perfected in the atmosphere of favor. Beloved, gratitude is the fragrance that draws more of his blessings. A thankful heart magnifies the evidence of his favor. Gratitude shifts your eyes from what is missing to what is present. It opens your spirit to receive even greater measures of increase. Live in thanksgiving, and enlargement will follow you. The joy of the Lord is multiplied when favor is present. Joy rises above sorrow and proclaims that victory is certain. It fills your spirit with light that darkness cannot overcome. Joy sustains you through seasons of waiting and seasons of fulfillment. Favor ensures that joy will be your constant portion. Beloved, prayer is the pathway where favor meets faith. When you pray, heaven responds with open doors and answered petitions. Prayer aligns your will with God's design for your life. It brings you into divine encounters that lead to enlargement. Prayer unlocks the favor that God has already promised. The promises of God are blueprints of his favor for your destiny. Every word written in Scripture declares blessing and increase. His promises assure you that you are chosen, loved, and destined for enlargement. They are eternal and cannot be broken. Build your faith upon them, and you will see favor fulfilled. Beloved, provision is a visible testimony of favor in your life. The Lord meets your needs with abundance and blesses you beyond measure. His provision arrives on time, never late, never lacking. It reflects his love and his desire to prosper you. Trust his hand, for he is the God of more than enough. The love of God is the root of every blessing and favor you will ever know. His love redeems your past, secures your present, and prepares your future. It is patient, kind, and unending. Love is the soil where enlargement grows. Rest in his love, for it never fails. Beloved, fear cannot coexist with favor. Fear says, stay small, but favor declares, be enlarged. Fear predicts failure, but favor proclaims success. Fear limits, but favor liberates. Walk in favor, and fear will lose its power over you. The faithfulness of God ensures that his favor will endure from generation to generation. He has blessed Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, David, and Jabez, and he blesses you today. His covenant cannot be broken. His mercy cannot end. His record is flawless, and his promises secure. Trust his faithfulness, for it guarantees your enlargement. Beloved, your steps are divinely orchestrated by favor. Each season of your life is guided by his wisdom. Every detour has purpose, and every delay has meaning. The Lord is aligning your journey with divine timing. Favor is guiding you into places of influence and blessing. Strength is renewed when you realize favor is not earned, but received. It is a gift from a generous Father who delights in blessing his children. You cannot manufacture favor, but you can live in surrender and trust. His Spirit equips you to carry what you could not on your own. With favor, strength overflows daily. Beloved, the presence of God is the atmosphere where favor thrives, where His Spirit dwells. Blessings multiply and borders enlarge. His nearness transforms lack into plenty and despair into hope. His presence assures you that you are never forsaken. Rest in His presence, for it is your eternal covering. As this part closes, believe that favor is already active in your life. Enlargement is not a distant dream, but a present reality. God's hand is stretching out to bless you in ways you have never seen. The same God who answered Jabez is answering you today. Walk forward with confidence, for favor is your portion. The morning light arrives as a gentle reminder that the God who created the heavens has also created blessings for your day. His favor has been prepared like hidden treasures, waiting to be revealed. Nothing in this day can remove the covering of His grace from your life. His presence assures you that you are never walking alone. Favor surrounds you like a shield, guiding you into enlargement. Beloved, favor shifts seasons in your life from barrenness to fruitfulness. Where you once felt stuck, favor creates momentum. Where doors were locked, favor places keys into your hands. Where opposition tried to hold you back, favor lifts you forward. God's favor is the wind that pushes you into your destiny. The Lord's favor cannot be measured by human understanding. It works in silence and shows itself in sudden breakthroughs. Favor causes blessings to appear unexpectedly, reminding you that God is always at work. It takes your little and multiplies it into much. It turns your wilderness into a garden of abundance. Beloved, peace flows like a river when favor rests upon you. This peace steadies your heart and silences the voice of worry. Fear loses its authority, because peace reminds you that God is in control. Peace is the invisible shield guarding your spirit from despair. It is a gift that no man can take from you. Strength is infused into your soul because of divine favor. It enables you to endure hardships without breaking. It renews your courage when the journey feels long. Favor gives you the resilience to overcome what once seemed impossible. With favor, you are stronger than every battle before you. Beloved, gratitude is the response that magnifies the effect of favor. A thankful spirit acknowledges the hand of God in every detail. Gratitude keeps your eyes open to the blessings around you. It draws His presence closer and silences the spirit of complaint. Thanksgiving unlocks even more favor upon your life. The joy of the Lord is a fruit that blossoms under the covering of favor. Joy testifies that God is near and active in your life. It lifts your spirit when heaviness tries to settle in. Joy sustains you with hope that cannot be stolen. Favor ensures that joy remains your strength. Beloved, prayer is the key that maintains a life filled with favor. Prayer draws you into alignment with the will of God. It is the pathway where heaven touches earth. Prayer invites God's hand to enlarge your territory and expand your influence. Keep praying, for favor follows those who seek Him. The promises of God are the blueprint of favor over your destiny. Every word written in Scripture carries the guarantee of His blessing. His promises assure you of increase, protection, and provision. They are eternal, unshakable, and sealed by His love. Build your life on His promises, and you will never be moved. Beloved, provision is a visible expression of divine favor. God supplies your needs and exceeds your expectations. His blessings arrive on time, never delayed, never lacking. Provision reminds you that you are seen and cared for by your Father. It is a sign that favor is alive in your journey. The love of God is the root of every favor you receive. His love is limitless, unconditional, and eternal. Love redeems, restores, and renews your life. It secures your identity and affirms your worth. His love ensures that favor will never depart from you. Beloved, fear cannot remain where favor dwells. Fear says you are unworthy, but favor says you are chosen. Fear predicts failure, but favor guarantees success. Fear limits your reach, but favor enlarges your borders. Choose to walk in the confidence of favor. The faithfulness of God is the anchor that guarantees His favor. His record throughout generations is flawless. He has never failed His people, and He will not fail you. His faithfulness ensures that favor is not temporary, but eternal. Trust His history, for it secures your future. Beloved, your steps are guided by favor into divine alignment. Every encounter has meaning. Every opportunity carries purpose. God is orchestrating your journey with wisdom beyond your sight. Even delays are preparation for greater blessings. Favor ensures that your path leads to enlargement. Strength flows when you rest in the truth that favor is freely given. It is not earned by effort, but received by grace. His Spirit equips you with courage and resilience. Favor transforms impossibility into testimony. Receive it daily, and strength will renew your heart. Beloved, the presence of God is the dwelling place of favor. Where He is, blessings multiply and peace overflows. His presence turns ordinary places into holy ground. His nearness assures you that you are never forsaken. Abide in His presence, and favor will follow. As this part closes, lift your eyes with faith and expectation. Believe that enlargement is happening even now. The prayer of Jabez is becoming a reality in your story. Favor is moving silently, but powerfully across your life. Trust Him, for His hand is enlarging your territory. The dawn of this new day carries with it the fragrance of God's mercy and the power of His favor. Every sunrise is a reminder that His compassion is renewed, His blessings are refreshed, and His grace is made available to you again. What ended in weakness yesterday is restored in strength today. What felt uncertain last night is wrapped in divine clarity this morning. God's favor is the banner that waves over your life. Beloved, favor is the supernatural force that shifts your story from limitation to expansion. It is the unseen hand that positions you where your natural strength could never reach. Favor takes you out of obscurity and sets you in places of influence. It changes the verdicts of men and replaces them with the declarations of heaven. With favor, God enlarges your steps and extends your borders. The favor of the Lord is not fragile, but unshakable, stronger than any opposition that may come against you. Even when enemies rise with schemes, His favor makes their plans collapse. Though storms may rage, His favor steadies your ground. Though valleys may surround you, His favor lifts you to higher places. His favor remains unbroken and eternal. Beloved, peace is the assurance that His favor is working in your life, even when you cannot see it. Peace quiets anxious thoughts and silences the voice of fear. Peace whispers truth when lies shout loudly around you. It settles your heart in the certainty of His goodness. Where favor rests, peace reigns. Strength multiplies when favor flows into your life. It gives you energy to stand when others sit and to walk when others faint. Strength lifts you above discouragement and renews your courage to try again. It breathes new vision into weary eyes and hope into tired hearts. With favor, your strength is continually renewed. Beloved, gratitude opens the door for even greater measures of blessing. A thankful spirit magnifies the presence of God's favor in every detail. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance. It draws His presence closer and multiplies His blessings in your life. Favor flourishes in the soil of a thankful heart. The joy of the Lord bursts forth when favor abides in you. Joy gives you a song in the night and laughter in the storm. Joy is a testimony that God is present, active and faithful. It shines brighter than sorrow and carries hope beyond circumstance. Joy reveals that favor is alive within you. Beloved, prayer is the engine that sustains favor across your journey. Prayer keeps you aligned with the will of heaven. It calls down blessings that cannot be stopped by earthly resistance. Prayer establishes the foundation for enlargement. With every prayer, favor flows more abundantly. The promises of God are living assurances that His favor is certain in your life. Scripture proclaims that you are blessed, chosen, and highly favored. His word declares that you are more than a conqueror and destined for increase. Every verse carries the seal of His faithfulness. Build your life on His promises, and favor will never depart. Beloved, provision is one of the clearest signs of favor working for you. God supplies your needs before you even voice them. He sends help in ways that defy expectation and timing that confounds reason. His provision confirms that you are not forsaken but cherished. Provision testifies that favor is active and real. The love of God is the foundation from which all favor flows. His love redeems your past, secures your present, and prepares your future. It affirms your worth when the world tries to deny it. Love ensures that blessings will follow you all the days of your life. Love is the anchor that holds you steady in favor. Beloved, fear cannot rule where favor dwells. Fear predicts failure, but favor promises triumph. Fear whispers lies of insufficiency, but favor speaks truth of abundance. Fear locks doors, but favor bursts them wide open. Walk in favor, and fear will lose its grip. The faithfulness of God ensures that His favor is not temporary, but eternal. He has shown Himself strong through generations, from Abraham to Jabez, and He continues with you today. His record is flawless, His covenant unshakable. Faithfulness guarantees enlargement in every area of your life. Trust Him, for His favor endures forever. Beloved, your steps are ordered by favor into places of divine purpose. Every appointment carries eternal weight, every connection heavenly meaning. Favor aligns you with God's perfect timing. It places you exactly where His will desires you to be. Trust His leading, for favor charts your course. Strength is restored when you understand favor is not earned, but gifted. It cannot be taken by works, but only received by faith. God delights in giving favor to those who rest in Him. It lifts the burden of striving and fills your soul with confidence. With favor, your strength is renewed daily. Beloved, the presence of God is the atmosphere where favor thrives. His nearness multiplies blessings and enlarges territory. His Spirit turns scarcity into abundance and despair into hope. His presence guarantees you are never alone in your journey. Rest in His presence, for it is your greatest blessing. As this part closes, fix your eyes on the reality of favor at work in your life. Enlargement is not just coming, it is already here. The Lord is stretching your borders and increasing your influence. His hand is opening doors that no man can shut. Walk in expectation, for favor surrounds you like a shield. The Lord awakens you this morning with His gentle whisper, saying that His favor is already covering you. His mercy has gone before you to prepare the path you will walk. Every step today is secured by His goodness and sustained by His strength. The favor of God is not random but intentional, placed upon you with purpose. Believe that today is marked by heaven's blessing. Beloved, favor is the divine hand that changes the ordinary into extraordinary. It transforms small beginnings into great testimonies. It lifts you from limitation into enlargement and from weakness into strength. Favor multiplies the work of your hands and blesses the fruit of your labor. With favor, the impossible becomes possible. The favor of the Lord is a shield of protection surrounding you. It covers you from dangers seen and unseen. His favor stands against the attacks of the enemy and makes your path secure. No weapon formed against you will prosper, for favor is your defense. His covering cannot be removed by man. Beloved, peace reigns as evidence that favor is flowing through your life. Peace stills the storms that try to overwhelm your heart. It gives clarity when confusion attempts to cloud your thoughts. Peace strengthens your faith when uncertainty rises like a tide. Favor ensures that peace will guard your mind and spirit. Strength comes as a companion of favor, enabling you to endure what would otherwise defeat you. His Spirit empowers you to rise above every challenge with courage. Strength equips you to take bold steps of faith into new territory. It fuels your determination when obstacles try to discourage you. With favor, your strength is continually renewed. Beloved, gratitude multiplies the effect of favor in your life. A thankful heart magnifies the blessings you already have. Gratitude positions you to receive even greater measures of grace. It removes the focus from lack and highlights God's abundance. Thanksgiving draws His presence closer and keeps favor alive. The joy of the Lord springs forth when favor rests upon your life. Joy lifts heaviness and replaces sorrow with hope. It fills your heart with songs of victory and peace. Joy shines as a testimony that God is present and working. Favor ensures that joy will be your portion each day. Beloved, prayer is the foundation that sustains favor in your journey. It keeps you aligned with the will of God. Prayer invites His hand to guide your steps and enlarge your borders. It positions you for divine appointments and heavenly encounters. Favor flows continually in the life of one who prays. The promises of God are declarations of favor that cannot be broken. His word is alive with blessing, increase, and enlargement. Each promise is a seed planted in your spirit, waiting to bloom. His covenant is sealed by His faithfulness and His love. Build your life on His promises, and favor will flourish. Beloved, provision is the fruit of favor manifesting in your life. God meets your needs and exceeds your expectations. His provision arrives on time, never delayed or diminished. Provision is proof that your Father sees you and cares for you. It testifies that favor is alive in your journey. The love of God is the wellspring of every favor you receive. His love redeems, restores, and renews your soul. It secures your heart when doubts try to invade. Love affirms your worth and reminds you that you are chosen. Favor flows endlessly because His love never ends. Beloved, fear loses its grip in the atmosphere of favor. Fear declares limits, but favor proclaims increase. Fear chases your spirit, but favor sets you free. Fear predicts failure, but favor guarantees triumph. Choose to walk boldly in the confidence of God's favor. The faithfulness of God is the assurance that His favor will never depart. He has blessed generations past, and He blesses you today. His promises are unshakable, His covenant eternal. Faithfulness secures the enlargement of your territory. Trust Him, for His favor will not fail. Beloved, your steps are directed by favor into divine alignments. Every encounter and every connection has purpose. Even delays are woven into God's greater plan. Favor ensures that you are never out of position in His will. Trust His leading, for your steps are ordered. Strength is renewed when you rest in the truth that favor is not earned, but received. It flows from the generosity of God, not the works of man. His Spirit equips you with ability beyond your own. Favor enables you to carry what would otherwise be too heavy. With favor, your strength is made complete. Beloved, the presence of God is the dwelling place of favor. Where His Spirit rests, blessings abound. His presence presents lack into overflow, and despair into joy. His nearness ensures that you are never forsaken. Abide in His presence, for it is the atmosphere of enlargement. As this part closes, lift your eyes with gratitude and expectation. The prayer of Jabez is alive in your story, and God is answering you even now. Favor is opening doors, enlarging borders, and multiplying blessings. His hand is guiding you into new places of influence. Believe it today, for favor is your inheritance. The dawn greets you with evidence that the Lord has not forgotten you, for His mercies are fresh, and His favor is renewed daily. The hand of God is already preparing opportunities before your eyes have opened fully to the day. His goodness is not a delayed promise, but a present reality shaping your path. Favor surrounds you like the morning light, illuminating the way forward. The Lord's blessing is already walking ahead of you. Beloved, favor is the divine endorsement that sets you apart. It is not man's approval that secures your future, but God's blessing. Favor changes verdicts and rewrites stories with the ink of mercy. It shifts atmospheres and alters outcomes that once seemed final. With favor, you are walking in divine authority. The favor of God is a shield that cannot be broken. It guards your mind from lies, your heart from despair, and your steps from stumbling. The enemy may attack, but favor builds walls that cannot be breached. God Himself has covered you with His goodness. Nothing can remove the shield of His favor from your life. Beloved, peace is the silent witness of favor, working in the unseen. It holds your soul steady when uncertainty presses in. Peace speaks truth when fear tries to speak louder. It declares that God is in control of every detail. Where peace rests, favor is confirmed. Strength is multiplied when favor rests upon your shoulders. It lifts burdens you thought would crush you. It fuels courage when challenges appear overwhelming. It gives resilience when others fall back in defeat. Strength is your portion because favor is your covering. Beloved, gratitude is the response that magnifies the presence of favor. Thanksgiving opens the windows of heaven for even more blessings to be poured out. A grateful heart sees evidence of God in every detail. Gratitude turns trials into testimonies of His goodness. Favor thrives in the soil of thanksgiving. The joy of the Lord overflows where favor abides. Joy is the sound of heaven rejoicing in your victory. It lifts your spirit higher than sorrow can reach. Joy strengthens your resolve to keep walking in faith. Favor and joy walk hand in hand through your journey. Beloved, prayer is the language of those who live in God's favor. Prayer keeps your heart aligned with His perfect will. It unlocks blessings and calls down enlargement from heaven. Jabez prayed, and God answered. You too must continue praying boldly. The Lord delights in your prayers and answers with favor. The promises of God are unshakable declarations of His favor. Scripture proclaims blessing, protection, and enlargement over your life. His word cannot fail, for it is sealed by His faithfulness. Every verse is alive with authority to transform your reality. Build your life upon His promises, for they guarantee favor. Beloved, provision is a testimony that God's favor is with you. He supplies needs you could never meet on your own. He blesses your work and multiplies your resources. His generosity reminds you that you are loved and cared for deeply. Provision is evidence that favor is active and present. The love of God is the deepest favor you will ever know. His love reaches into broken places to heal and restore. It lifts you from shame and clothes you in honor. His love does not change with seasons or circumstances. From His love flows every blessing and enlargement. Beloved, fear cannot remain where favor is established. Fear says you are too small, but favor says your borders will expand. Fear predicts failure, but favor declares triumph. Fear binds, but favor liberates. Walk boldly in the confidence of favor, and fear will scatter. The faithfulness of God secures the endurance of his favor. He has been faithful through every generation before you. His record of blessing cannot be denied or erased. Faithfulness guarantees that his hand will continue to enlarge you. Trust him, for his favor is everlasting. Beloved, your steps are guided by divine favor into divine timing. Nothing is wasted, nothing is by accident, and nothing is too late. Every encounter and opportunity carries purpose. The Lord is arranging your journey with precision. Favor ensures that you are always in the right place at the right time. Strength is refreshed when you rest in the truth that favor is not earned. It is poured freely as a gift of grace from your Heavenly Father. You cannot buy it, demand it, or manipulate it. Favor is received by trust and humility. With favor, you are equipped for every good work. Beloved, the presence of God is the highest proof of favor. His nearness transforms every ordinary step into holy ground. His Spirit multiplies blessings where there was once lack. His presence assures you that you are never forsaken. Favor thrives in the atmosphere of his presence. As this part closes, lift your heart with expectation that enlargement is already here. The God of Jabez has heard your prayer and is answering with increase. Favor is breaking limits and opening new doors in your life. Blessings are being released over your household and future. Walk boldly, for the Lord has marked you with his favor. The sunrise declares again that God's mercies are new, and his favor is prepared for you. Each morning testifies that the Lord has not abandoned you, but chosen you for enlargement. The breath in your lungs and the strength in your body are evidence of his blessing. He has already ordained this day for increase. His favor has written victory across your path. Beloved, favor is the invisible force that shifts outcomes in your favor. It is not dependent on men or circumstances, but flows from heaven. Favor arranges opportunities that you could never design on your own. It moves mountains and silences opposition. With favor, God himself stands behind you. The Lord's favor is a fortress of protection that cannot be breached. It covers your household, your work, and your future. Enemies may rise, but they will stumble and fall before his shield. Destruction may threaten, but his favor will preserve you. His covering surrounds you on every side. Beloved, peace is the gift that proves his hand is with you. Peace silences the storm within, even when the storm outside rages. It brings clarity when confusion presses in. Peace speaks louder than fear and steadies your steps. Where peace rules, favor is active. Strength is infused into your spirit when favor rests upon you. It gives you courage to walk into the unknown with confidence. It fuels your heart when challenges attempt to weaken you. Strength makes you resilient against trials that come your way. Favor ensures you never stand powerless. Beloved, gratitude multiplies the manifestation of favor. Thanksgiving opens the eyes of your heart to see the blessings around you. A grateful spirit draws the presence of God closer. Gratitude shifts your perspective from lack to abundance. Favor increases in the soil of thankfulness. The joy of the Lord shines where favor is present. Joy testifies that God is near and working in your life. It lifts the weight of sorrow and gives hope for tomorrow. Joy provides energy when discouragement tries to settle in. Favor guarantees that joy will always return. Beloved, prayer is the divine channel through which favor flows. It was prayer that brought Jabez into enlargement. Prayer keeps your heart in alignment with God's purpose. It is the key that unlocks blessings and directs divine appointments. Continue in prayer, for favor will never cease. The promises of God are eternal declarations of favor over your life. Each verse is a covenant that assures blessing, protection, and increase. His promises are alive, active, and sealed by his faithfulness. They cannot be broken or revoked. His word guarantees favor forever. Beloved, provision is a visible expression of favor. The Lord supplies your needs and blesses you with overflow. His provision arrives exactly when it is required. Provision speaks of his care, his love, and his watchful eye. Favor ensures that you will never be forsaken. The love of God is the foundation of every blessing you receive. His love restores, heals, and renews your heart. It clothes you with worth and secures your future. Love is the reason favor flows continually. Without his love, there is no enlargement. Beloved, fear cannot survive where favor reigns. Fear speaks lies, but favor proclaims truth. Fear builds walls, but favor opens gates. Fear predicts defeat, but favor declares victory. Choose favor, and fear will be silenced. The faithfulness of God assures you that his favor will remain. He has never failed his children, and he will not fail you now. His covenant is eternal, his mercy everlasting. Faithfulness secures your enlargement. Trust him, for his favor is unshakable. Beloved, your steps are guided by favor into divine alignment. Every detail of your journey is ordered by his wisdom. Nothing is wasted when God directs your path. Every delay is preparation, every setback a setup. Favor ensures your story will end in blessing. Strength is multiplied as you surrender to his will. You cannot manufacture favor, but you can receive it. His Spirit equips you with courage beyond your own. Favor renews your spirit with resilience. With his favor, you are equipped for every battle. Beloved, the presence of God is the clearest sign of favor. His nearness fills empty spaces with life. His Spirit transforms weakness into strength and despair into joy. His presence ensures you are never forsaken. Abide in him, for his presence is the well of favor. As this part closes, lift your eyes and declare that favor is upon you. Enlargement is not a dream, but a present reality. The Lord is blessing your steps and enlarging your territory. His hand is writing increase over your life. Trust him, for his favor endures forever. The morning rises with holy assurance that the Lord is faithful, and his favor will not depart from your life. His hand is steady upon your steps, his mercy unshaken, and his promises eternal. The prayer of Jabez echoes through your journey. Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory. That same cry is heard by the Father, and his answer is already unfolding. Blessings are prepared, increase is being released, and your borders are being stretched wide. Beloved, enlargement is not only about possessions or influence, but about carrying his glory in greater measure. The Lord enlarges your capacity to love, to serve, and to walk in holiness. He increases your vision, expands your reach, and strengthens your faith. Enlargement is the evidence that his favor is alive within you. You are not forgotten, but chosen for such a time as this. The favor of the Lord lifts you into realms you could not reach by yourself. It gives you opportunities beyond your credentials and influence beyond your connections. It silences the mouths of doubters and magnifies the name of God. Through your testimony, favor is the signature of heaven, written over your destiny. It proves that you are a child of the Most High. Beloved, peace will crown you as favor continues to flow. This peace will shield you from the turbulence of life. It will steady you when storms rage and calm you when fear whispers. Peace is the evidence that God has heard your prayer. His peace is the confirmation that you are walking in favor. Strength will clothe you as you walk in enlargement. The Spirit of God will empower you to carry new responsibilities without fainting. His strength will fill your heart to endure every challenge that comes. You will rise above weariness and step boldly into new places. Strength is multiplied because favor has chosen you. Beloved, gratitude must remain the language of your heart. Give thanks continually for what God has done and for what He is doing. Thanksgiving will keep your spirit tender and your eyes open to see His hand. Gratitude magnifies the flow of blessings in your life. Favor thrives where thanksgiving is alive. Joy will overflow as the presence of God rests upon you. Joy will sing louder than sorrow and shine brighter than fear. It will be your strength when trials try to wear you down. Joy is the sound of victory already won by His favor. Joy declares that God has enlarged your territory. Beloved, prayer will sustain you as you walk into new seasons of increase. Continue to cry out like Jabez, and the Lord will continue to answer. Prayer is the bridge between your need and God's provision. It is the channel that keeps favor flowing. A praying heart is a heart filled with enlargement. The promises of God will never return void over your life. Every word He has spoken is a covenant of favor that cannot fail. His promises assure you of blessing, multiplication, and divine protection. His covenant cannot be broken by man or circumstance. Favor is written permanently in His word. Beloved, provision will follow you, because the Lord is your shepherd. He will prepare tables before you even in the presence of your enemies. He will anoint your head with oil and cause your cup to overflow. Provision is not scarce but abundant because of His favor. Trust His supply, for it is limitless. The love of God will forever secure you as you walk in enlargement. His love is the reason favor flows without end. His love restores your soul and lifts you from despair. His love is patient, kind, and eternal, never withdrawing from you. Out of His love comes every blessing you receive. Beloved, fear will lose its voice as favor grows louder in your life. Fear will try to whisper doubt, but favor will declare truth. Fear predicts loss, but favor proclaims victory. Fear says, "Stay small," but favor says, "Be enlarged." Favor conquers fear, and you walk in freedom. The faithfulness of God is your eternal assurance. He who blessed Jabez, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob blesses you today. His covenant is unshakable, His promises irrevocable, faithfulness guarantees that His favor will never end. Trust His faithfulness, for it is your foundation. Beloved, your steps are ordered into enlargement by His Spirit. Every place your foot treads is ground prepared by God. Every season of your life carries divine purpose. Nothing is wasted in His plan for you. Favor ensures that your journey is filled with meaning. Strength will rise daily as you rest in His grace. Favor will equip you for assignments you could never carry alone. His Spirit will enable you to bear fruit in every season. You will be strong in faith, strong in hope, and strong in love. Favor ensures your strength will not fail. Beloved, the presence of God will remain your greatest treasure. His nearness is the true reward of enlargement. His Spirit fills empty places and heals broken spaces. His presence turns wilderness into gardens and despair into rejoicing. In His presence, favor flows without limit. As this prayer concludes, lift your heart in faith and expectation. The God of Jabez has heard you, and He has answered with blessing and increase. Your territory is enlarged, your borders are expanded, and your influence is multiplied. Favor is your inheritance, and it will follow you all the days of your life. This is the blessing of the Lord over you today and forever.